experience with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably have to catch me by myself or, you know, while I'm in town and we'll chop it up and whatnot. But the Lord was telling me, He was telling me, like, I'm going to just say like He told me, I've been wanting to encounter you guys on a personal level. And He just told me to just tell them to quiet their spirit right now, because this ain't no tour like the world, and you know we come to hear music. That's part of it, you know what I'm saying? But God wants to encounter your heart in a way where you pass this to your children.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that you're obtaining something that money can't buy, which is God. And He was telling me, like, man, just tell them how much I'm willing to do, and like Corey Asbury says, reckless love. I'm willing to get in their life and highlight whatever is hindering my love for them. So He's just telling me, just tell them that I've been trying to encounter them in a personal level where it's so big, and it's not for one night. It's something that you can apply for the rest of your life. And you can actually enjoy it. Because, come on, let's be real, man. This walk is the hardest thing you'll probably ever do in your whole life. Especially denying yourself. And it's crazy if you think about it, that God didn't even say deny your neighbor or the devil. He said deny yourself, because He knew ahead of time that your worst enemy was going to be yourself. Come on. So when you read that and I try to digest it at first, I'm like, man, I feel you, but you know. But God's telling me to tell Him He wants to create this dialogue where you talk to God and tell Him, God, like, help me understand this. And that's how you have to posture your heart. And God, He worked like that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm asking God, like, I'm finally seeing that denying myself, there's beauty in that. Come on. There really is denying yourself when God can convict you in so many facets in life. And I get convicted for throwing a gum on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. But if that's going to create history with your Maker, then so be it. Because it's those little stories that you can pass on to your children. You know what I'm saying? It's things that you can apply. So, like, last night, man, we had a prayer meeting. Well, it was just crazy because I just love being around Pastor Glenn, bro, and bro 5, everybody that, you know, I do life with for real. Because all we do is talk about God. What else could we talk about? You know what I'm saying? And God was telling me to share the same verse that the Holy Spirit just, man, I love the Holy Spirit, man. It's a beautiful thing because God, Jesus, when He died, He said, hey, I got to go, man. Like, but check me out. I ain't going to leave you fatherless. I'm going to leave you a gift that's going to bless you. It's going to comfort you. It's going to guide you. And He's talking about the Holy Spirit. So it's a beautiful thing where you can, you know, like, I always express this to my brothers, like, the breath that I took 20 minutes ago, it don't do nothing good for me for the next 20 minutes to come. Come on. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the Holy Spirit. If it got to be every single minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes that you're asking the Holy Spirit, remind me who I am, then so be it. Come on. That's what it's called, about denying yourself and say, you know what, I ain't trying to do nothing by myself, because if I do, well, you're going to fail. I'm going to just be real like that. You're going to fail. Go ahead and try, but I'm just telling you from experience. But I'm saying, like, what God was telling me, tell them that I want to encounter you on a personal level. That's what this tour is all about. Come on. It ain't about the music. It's about Jesus. It will always be about Him. Come on. It will always be about Him. No matter what. That's why I love doing life with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because a lot of people don't know this verse, but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay, you know? But I look at it like when we get to heaven, I feel like this verse right here is telling us, like, there's going to be a library, right, of everything we experienced. And we can walk into heaven, this library, so to say, and we can, like, replay that. It says, this is the Bible, okay? So it ain't me saying it. You know what I'm saying? It says in Malachi 3:16, that those who fear the Lord with all filled reverence spoke to one another. And the Lord paid attention. See, we have a personal God. and heard it. A book of remembrance was written before him of those who fear the Lord with an attitude of reverence and respect, and who set esteem his name. So what this verse is saying is like, you wanna be able to encounter God tonight. Like, he wants to create a dialogue. If you hear one of my brothers say like, and it hits you, just if you gotta whisper it, just tell him, God, man, that's what I want in my life. Like, he takes that so personal because he don't even care how big the step is or how small the step is you take towards his heart, because he's a person. He say, man, you know what? I can work with that. You know what I'm saying? So put your heart in front of the fire with